Unrealized ideas are nothing more than just dreams that are just dreamt on and forgotten in the morning. Welcome to Dayspring Life and Health channel. We're going to talk about why you should start something. If you have been thinking about doing anything, establishing that business, going to school for that program, starting that career or changing that career, I'm here to urge you to start. No more time to delay. Start that thing. Start that thing. However small it may be, God can magnify the baby steps that you take and transform it into great giant steps of an army. And that will scare off all your fears. So just start it. Though your beginning may be small, yet your latter end shall greatly increase. That is the idea. So start it. No more delays, no more excuses. Let's go ahead and start that thing. Start that business. Start that marriage. Start that ministry. Start that thing that you know you've been thinking about, dreaming about, and really know that you got to do. No more delays. This is the time for your start. Now, let's talk about a few things that we want to talk about in this discussion. We're going to talk about a few of the things that people want to do and yet have not been able to get on to do them yet. We also want to talk about what are some of the things that can delay your start, some of the things that have prevented you from starting that thing. We also want to talk about what you can do to help you start. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, please click on the like button and also comment below. I'll start off with a story. There were a few men, 4 men who had leprosy. These men were caught between staying at the gates of the town and dying of hunger or starvation, or going to the city and dying there where there's no food also, or even worse, going to the camp of their enemies and either being killed or perhaps being fed. So they figured that their situation was either a win-lose situation or a lose-lose situation by going to the camp of the enemy. These 4 men were among the weakest of the people in the area, in the city, because they had leprosy. They had no means of fighting, but they took it upon themselves to start something. They figured that if anything could be done, it would have to begin by starting. So they set up to start something. They started moving. They moved to the camp of the enemies, thinking that they could either be fed or be killed. And as they made that start, as they made their move in the night towards the camp of their enemy, the mere fact of their decision to start caused there to be victory. The noise of their feet was magnified, and the enemy thought that their enemies had hired even more greater armies to come and fight them. So their enemies fled into the bush. What is the reason for this story? The reason is that if you don't start, you will remain where you are. If you start, you may get ahead. If you start that project, you may win. But if you haven't started, you don't know whether you will win or lose. And for that reason, you should always err towards the side of start. Just start something and watch God make it explode into something really big. So that is the essence of the story. So today, I want to urge you to move, to start something. All right. So let's start with, what have you been thinking of starting? What are some of the things that you want to start, that you have thought about within you, you feel strongly about, and yet haven't started? Some of you may have been thinking about maybe going to school for that change in career. You probably feel like where you are right now is not where you should be. So you have been thinking about starting a career, starting a new career. That is something you have been thinking about. Start that career. You may also be just a young person that is out there, you don't even have a career at all, and you feel strongly you should start something. So go back to school, maybe go to college or go to some kind of a technical institution and better yourself, and yet you haven't started. It keeps coming back and up all the time, and yet you have found some reasons and excuses not to do it. you got to start it. You may also be in ministry. You probably have one of the most powerful ministries, and you don't know whether to start your own ministry or maybe come out of your shell and operate in your ministry. The caveat is not everybody that has a ministry has to start a church. No, but coming out boldly to do or operate in your ministry is something that you should do, not necessarily start a whole church. So you may have been thinking about that. You got this gift, this great talent, and yet you are sitting on it. You haven't started anything. Start something. You may also be thinking about marrying. A lot of young men have, they're done with school, they graduated college, some of them, high school, working well-paid jobs. Life is good, and yet you are hesitant in starting a relationship towards marriage. What is holding you down? You got to start that relationship. You got to start thinking about marriage. You know you will do it, but you keep putting it back. Similarly, young ladies may have also obtained a career and are done with everything that they need to do to get themselves situated in a comfortable area for marriage and childbirth and all that. And yet you are playing hesitancy. You are playing delays. You are not sure if marriage is for you. Start that relationship. And also, you may be thinking about losing weight. Half of the year is gone right now, and many people had set some goals at the beginning of the year to lose weight. By the end of the year, you want to lose 20 pounds, you want to lose 50 pounds, you want to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds. You haven't done anything yet. You got to start something. You got to start working towards that. Or you may be thinking about diet, changing your diet just for improving your health and your well-being, and yet nothing has started. Okay, some people also, you have that great idea for a book, for a play, for a drama, for something, that kind of something to write, and you haven't written it yet. That idea for a book is burning in your heart, and year goes by, you haven't written that book yet. Time to start. Start something. Start something. And anything else that I may not have mentioned that burns in your heart, you definitely know it is something you got to do, and yet you haven't done it. This is the time to start something. You got to start that thing. Start that business. Start that export business. Start that construction business. Start that real estate business. Start that career. Start whatever it is that you think you yearn to do. It will not happen until you start. Until you start it, all that you want to be will definitely just be ideas. And unrealized ideas are nothing more than just dreams that are just dreamt on and forgotten in the morning. So if you have thought about anything and you plan on doing something and have delayed, this is the time for you to start. The wise man says that 1,000-mile journey begins with a step. Unless you make the first step, unless you take the first step, you are never going to start that journey. And we're going to talk about what you need to help you start. That's the next thing we're going to talk about. Dear friend, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Be well.